Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about rumors. Let's talk about facts.
We gon' talk about life. We gon' talk about death. Romance, finances, generational wealth.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. So you're out traveling today.
I'm doing what I can do.
I know that's right.
Being little old me. Hey, we didn't introduce ourselves last time. Please let's introduce ourselves this
And
time.
you know what? You are so right. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Marsha E. Dudley,
And I am Ethoia Lewis.
and we are so excited. Today is our second episode of the fall season of the return.
Yes. Very excited.
No,
So somebody tried to throw some shade when they posted about today's Talk About It segment.
somebody trying to throw some shade. What they say?
Yes, because they said yes, we're gonna be a little earlier because of personal conflict.
That was me. That was me.
That is so funny.
I wasn't even trying to throw shade.
Personal conflict. Oh, that's what we calling that.
I was, hey,
I said Marsha's so shady. She don't even know how shady she can be.
Uh-uh.
Not listen, not to give a shout out at Papados or anything, but if y'all see me doing this, that's because I'm at Papados.
That's because you eating, huh?
Yes, I got to get my dinner in before this flight.
I know that's right. So we got some really good topics tonight, okay?
Yes, I'm excited.
Me too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't even lie to you. I'm getting logged on here so I can see these comments. Y'all gonna forgive me if I be like this, because that's the only way I can read comments. So you actually found these topics, and like I said, oh, you did that. Let me
Girl,
read.
it blew my wig off.
I'm gonna read tonight's topic because let's read it here so everybody know exactly what we're talking about. Put it over here so I can read it. And now let me tell you, I'm trying to wait and just give it a moment because I know that everybody, it gives that notification that we're on, but everybody's probably thrown off because we started early. So
A little bit early.
we're just trying to give people a little bit because it takes a moment for those notifications to start dinging, saying, "Hey, we're live."
Okay, so while we're waiting for people to jump on, let me just ask you, how are you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
You look refreshed, like you've been resting or something.
I have, man. Let me tell you.
You look well rested. I just want to tell you that.
Look here. I was. Me and Jesus been had a bunch of conversations in the past 2 weeks.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do
it? Stay faithful. You stay faithful. This is what happens. You look well rested, baby.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be all right because I got this double screen. I got triple screen over here, girl. I need to be able to show you. I got this comment section. It's so big, it take up the whole screen right here.
Well, I'm definitely gonna need you to pay attention because I didn't bring a laptop. I just got my phone.
I got you tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start. We're gonna jump in here because we hardly ever just wait on people. Um, so tonight's topics, we have two really good topics tonight. And one of the topics, and I posted both of them in the group. It talked about that this lady basically said that she don't like her child, and I'm going to read what she said,
Please
or I'm going to read this post.
read it.
It says, "I am a mother of two girls, ages 5 and 8. I love them both because they are my children, and love is easy. However, I don't feel a motherly bond with the older one. I would die for her if necessary or do anything for her, but genuinely I do not think that I like her as a person. Her younger sister and I feel like soulmates. I feel butterflies when I see my 5-year-old. Everything about her makes me happy, even when she disappoints me. I always want to show her affection and cuddle with her. However, I do not share these same feelings about my 8-year-old. My 8-year-old annoys me. She acts depressed most of the time, mopes around. She's hypersensitive. She makes me feel like I have to walk on eggshells when speaking to her or correcting her. She's overly dramatic, just a sad effing person. Whew. I do not enjoy her company. I do not like having casual conversations with her. I have tried, but I think that ship for a mother daughter bond has sailed with us. I, of course, provide her basic needs, keep her fed, clean, help her with homework, keep her well groomed, buy her gifts. She has a nice room. She isn't mistreated. I just simply do not like her. I sometimes envision our future and realize when she is older, we likely will drift off as strangers. I read this and I was sick to my stomach. I
Why?
cringed. I cringed at this because let me tell you, if this baby was a teenager, if I was a teenager or a grown adult, grown child, oh, I would completely understand because I had a daughter. And them girls, when they going through teenagers and then their 20s and stuff,
That just means that it's gonna be worse when she becomes a teenager.
but this baby is 8 years old. I
Eight year
get it.
olds have attitudes. 8 year olds walk around like some people are born with such a personality. You either love it or you hate it. There is no, and it's just unfortunate that it's her child. Listen, I told my sister, I was like, if we weren't sisters, we wouldn't be friends. That's real. If she was my child, I wouldn't want to hang out with her.
I get it, but she said this baby is 8 years old, Toya, and then she said the mother
I
daughter
don't like
bond.
I don't like all children.
I don't
I don't
believe
like
it.
most I don't like most children actually.
I don't believe that.
Yes, thank you.
How can you say that and you got all these guy kids walking around here? But you got a whole
Listen,
football and basketball team.
listen, and I said, I don't know why people make even when y'all ask, it's like, what is it about us? No, no. I love children. I just don't want to be around them all the time. Like they're little people who depend so much on adults to survive. I don't have time for that. I don't even know how my children survive. They better be glad they had their daddy.
I get that. Let me tell you, I felt all of that. I thank God. I thank God for Victor because G.
First of all, you're not gonna do my G. Okay?
No, G
Now right
is
now,
G
G
is
is my
really
child.
sassy.
She is my child.
Yes. G is extremely sassy, real sassy. And like here lately, she's been getting a lot of poppings because she tells Victor, hush. And
She's doing what she's been told. She's been taught that.
yes, but the daycare must have really been telling her, sit down and hush. And then one day she went as far as to say, sit down and shut up. And she told Victor that, and he popped her. And I get it. I totally get
And
it.
he should have.
Yes, because yes, he definitely
Just
should.
don't do it around me.
Exactly. But she's going through this stage of like hush and being like,
Not being real mean.
yeah, she's sassy. Real.
I mean, there are people who have personalities when they're children as if they were adults. And I feel like that's probably what's happening with that lady and her child. Like, she sees in her child things that she don't like in adult people.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, what do you do? It's your child. Now, I don't get along with my kids all the time.
Yeah, but that's because they're adults. This is an 8.
No. Hold on. Let me pause you right there. Because I remember one time I said, my child give me the blues. Talking about that youngest. Gives me the blues. At one point in my life, I couldn't trust Ivan far as I could throw. And so that's just one of him and Tyler were pretty similar. Like, you have to watch them. Like, they just sneaky.
Yeah.
And of course, when you see that, you automatically put your guards up. So if you're putting your guards up for your friends, of course you're going to do it for your kids, and you're going to try to teach them to not be that way and explain to them why. But every kid is different.
They are definitely all different. I completely, and me and my mom, we
think about you and your sister and your brother. Because I think about me, my sister, and my brother all the time, and I'm the oldest. So for me, it's like I see things in you guys that I would never be around if it was my everyday life. Like, you weren't my family, you definitely wouldn't be in my circle. And don't get me wrong, I love my family to death, to life, or whatever you want to say. But I wouldn't be around them.
I'm looking to see if there were any comments. I'm telling you. And so for those that just joined, we're talking about. I made a post in the group talking about there was a mother who said that she doesn't like her 8-year-old. She has two girls, an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. She has this amazing bond with the 5-year-old, but the 8-year-old she does not like. She doesn't have that bond with her. She takes care of her, but she does not have a relationship with her. And being real honest with you, I really feel like that little girl is like that because kids can they can feel and they can sense that energy. Yes, they can, Toya.
I know that.
A dog knows if you like them or not.
I understand that. But from what she was saying, it's not like she said, the part about even when disciplining her, it's like hard, like, because she don't want to be overly she don't want to be that real strict, hard ass parent, but at the same time her daughter is doing stuff, but the attitude that the daughter carries naturally kind of makes her second guess how she approaches her. Okay. That's a problem.
But if you don't like someone, at some point in time,
when it's your kid, it's different.
That's a lie.
Because if I didn't like Marsha, it's fine because I don't have to be around Marsha.
Yeah.
But if I have a problem with my daughter in my house, that's a problem that I got to deal with because she's in my house every day.
Feel that, and she's going to know it.
She says she loves her kids and she'll die for them. But it's something about her. What was the word? Because you said an F word. She's effing annoying or she's something.
Yes. She was like that lady who made that video that said "F these kids."
I'm here for it. I'm here for it all.
Okay, it says I think once. Let me go right here. Let me read it. Let me read it from her. Y'all bear with me tonight because I'm telling y'all. Toya is the eyes of this group, and
And she's blind.
okay. It says I think once they get to a certain age and look back on things, they start to ask why they were treated a certain way. I agree. And then
She didn't. She never said that she treats her different. She's like their vibe is just different. She said she can cuddle with the other one, but
okay, but if she's cuddling with the other one, Toya, and not with the 8-year-old, don't you think that baby sees that? I don't care. There is no way somebody can say I don't like you, don't have any type of motherly connection to you, and then not treat that child different. I think she's lying. So let me read this one. It says. It's not that she doesn't like her daughter. She has a problem with her traits. They have nothing in common. I have seen people mistreat their kids, and the kids love them like they are the best thing ever. Me too. I've seen that.
but she never said she mistreats her
Yeah,
kids.
she definitely said that she did not mistreat them. But I feel like it's an emotional mistreatment. If she's sitting over there cuddling with that 5-year-old, they over there kiki and high. She
But
walks the room where it's like, she gonna him gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt.
him downstairs.
Downstairs. Exactly.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that there has to be something. Hold on. Oh, I thought he was supposed to say something. But I think there has to be something that she's not saying in the post because it leaves questions. Now, some people was going in on her in those comments, but the problem that I have with people going in on her is you telling me there's not one time where you ain't looked at your child and been like,
Definitely. Like I say, me and my, I promise you, before I even read, me and my mother had this conversation. I have a 20-year-old. I have a 2-year-old. My 2-year-old is nothing like my 20-year-old. My 20-year-old was so well mannered. She didn't talk. She didn't do a lot of stuff. She was so quiet. This one here, there's nothing quiet about her. She screams. She talks loud. And she has all this personality. And I don't see where, well, I blame a lot of it on y'all, but
because we're loud in our house. I want you to be you in our house. I want you to have fun. I want you to sing. I want you to dance. I want you to yell. I want you to scream. I want you to do whatever it is in you that you need to do to get your point across to us. Whether it's happy, sad, it doesn't matter. I love stuff like that. I need you to be you. And she's kind of like me. So I love all of it.
Okay, Tommy he said, Marsha, you read that incorrectly. Her daughter is an extreme introvert and doesn't want to be bothered by her mother or sister. She could care less. I know. Where did you read that at? That was not in that post.
She said, wait, okay, I'm glad he brought up what was said in the post because she also said something about she's freaking depressed. And miserable and like
yes. And she's depressed. Toya, she's 8 years old. Why would an 8-year-old be depressed?
There are 8-year-olds that's depressed.
Because let me tell you, if she's an 8-year-old, she's depressed, that means that she's already a little walking sociopath. And sociopaths, they're basically start at 2 years old, they're little sociopaths. So
that's what I'm saying. She's like, I don't know what to do with her. But the problem is that she's this. And being that means I'm not going to no counseling. I'm not getting no counseling for my child.
And I'm thinking that maybe she looked like her daddy, and she has some resentment toward her because she looked like her daddy, and that's why
You
she ain't got that
you
bond.
can't just throw that out there. I don't believe that. I mean, it's possible because I was hated on my whole life because I look like my daddy. That's I'm that baby Pappy.
So you see that's a possibility.
It is. It's definitely a possibility, but we can't just automatically say that that's that
Carlos said those are
because
traits of an introvert. I completely agree with you, but no, it's not true. I believe that this baby is she can feel that her mother don't like her,
listen,
and she
because
already has it in her mind to where
my sister says that all the time. You know your mama don't like me, but it's my sister is just one of those people that I don't like you sometimes, so I get it.
but you're not her mama. It's different when your mother feels that way.
But we were raised together. We're only five years apart. I get it. I completely get it.
Like I said, I have an issue with this because I really think
I
that
don't.
if this baby was older, I could see it. But she's 8 years old and she needs to get her some help.
So what about
They
when
both need
people?
to go to counseling.
What about when people say, "Oh, well, we've never since I was little, we've never had a relationship. Like she's my mom, but that's just it. She's my mom. She provides for me. She does this. She does that as my mother, but we don't have a real relationship." Because in the post it says relationships and parenting. That was the little heading. It says relationships and parenting. And she's pretty much reaching out to the group that it was in to ask, hey, how am I the only one that feels like this? Because I love my child. But there's nothing about her that reminds me of me. There's no resemblance in her demeanor, in the way she walked. She never talked about what she looked like, her physical features. So I can't say whether it was like my husband or baby daddy thing. I don't know.
I think she looked like her baby daddy and she
I think you can't just say that.
I look, I'm trying to look here.
Are you looking in the group?
Yes. I need to know and I wish they would have put her what her name was.
Was that the black girls in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where she's at, but I would really love to have a phone conversation with her.
And then she said, my 8-year-old annoys me. She acts depressed most of the time. Mopes around. She's hypersensitive. She makes me feel like I have to walk on eggshells when speaking to her or correcting her. She's overly dramatic, just a sad effing person. That is what this
But
baby is 8 years
wait,
old.
wait. Do you know adults like that? Don't you know adults
Yes.
like that?
Yes.
Okay, it's just that's what I'm saying. There are adults like that, but there are also kids like that. Just miserable for no reason. Like all I do is try to make you happy, and I promise you, I never saw my baby smile until he was like 8, 9 years old, and he wasn't with us. Ivan, Ivan didn't smile. We didn't even know he knew how to smile. I wish I was Carlos. Carlos,
He's over here.
I need your backup on this one. Ivan did not smile. He didn't do anything. I promise you, we didn't know his corners of his mouth even went up. Like no matter what we did, he would just be like, okay. And we always said he was an introvert, and then we started seeing him doing more and more stuff, and then it was like, okay, this might be our child. And then he started having jokes and smiling and laughing and doing like it took him a minute to come out of whatever that coma was. He was in.
Okay, Carlos says being around her mother and sister depresses her. Her mother doesn't like her personality and characteristics. She loves her daughter.
The daughter probably acts more like her, so it's easier for her to love. I mean,
I get
that's
it.
just like men and women. It was initially there was an attraction, but once I got to know you, I don't so much like you because I don't like your ways. I don't like how you look at me when I hike my pants leg up after I'm full. I unbutton my belt because I mean, whatever the case may be, I feel like yes, Carlos. The problem is they just have nothing in common. They're two totally different
Okay.
types of people.
Okay. And Carlos also said, I'm sure the more her mother tries to make it work, the farther she pushes her away. She's an introvert and she's happy being alone. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. That's not what I'm reading.
Okay, but you know how you can read the same thing and everybody gets something different from it? I was totally on this woman's side. I feel for her. I wish I could talk to her.
Okay, so
there's a thing called not liking your
not
children.
Believe? So just answer. So do you not believe? This woman said that her child is just a sad
effing person. She's miserable. Misery loves company.
Yeah, she's just a sad effing person. Do you think that baby don't feel all of that? You know the whole thing about the law of the law of transfer of energy. She walks in the room, her mama, she can feel that hate. I don't want to say hate.
You said it already. It's too late.
Disdain. And then if you know when somebody annoys you, you don't even want to hear them, you don't even hear their voice. Your whole face maybe like.
But she's like that because she's gotten to that point because of something the daughter has done this the entire time. Since she was 2, she's been doing it. I know it. Since she was able to talk.
I think they need some help. Okay.
I do too.
Carlos,
I'm not agreeing with that. I believe they need help too. Everything in her passage was screaming for help. But instead of helping her, a lot of people got on there in the comments and was trying to like down her for being a bad parent. That's not the case. If she's being human, listen, this is the issue that I'm having with my 8-year-old daughter. Why don't I like her? She's my flesh and blood. I should love her unconditionally. But there is I will do anything for her. It's just this person, this little mad person that's walking around. I can kick her in her ass if she keep on.
I have so many more questions. I'm just left with a bunch of questions. Okay, Carlos said, why would piss any parent off because we as a Black community tend to not believe in introverts or extroverts because they are our kids.
Well, I believe that Janiyah is an introvert and Gianna is an extrovert, and Marsha don't know that she's gonna just have to deal with the differences in her children.
But you want to know something? Marsha is actually an introvert that knows how to function as an extrovert.
Who is an introvert? Did you say Marsha? There's nothing introverted about you, honey. Nothing but your belly button. There's nothing. There's nothing.
Wait, hold on.
He said, "Be right back." What?
First of all, your husband said they're just disconnected, and that's okay. He will realize someday that all of the kids are different. And he said, "BS, you're a white oak birch."
You a what?
A white oak birch. I don't know what to Okay, I am an introvert that functions as an extrovert. And I got two kids. One is an introvert and one is an extrovert. But Janaya is trying to push herself into being an extrovert. She tries.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I'm an extrovert,
Yes.
but I try so hard to be an introvert.
You're definitely an extrovert.
Yeah,
Your
I
husband is
try.
an extrovert.
I try real hard to let my husband, because two extroverts together, it's just somebody has to know a way to hold them.
Yeah, Victor's an introvert.
And so I feel like the way I compliment my husband is by dimming my light a little bit
Mm-hmm.
when we have to be together.
That's
Thank you. Yeah, you check that. And
so I hear everything that everybody is saying. Oh, I hear everything that everybody is saying. We'll wait to Toy. Well, she's gonna jump back on here, I think. Yes, she is. Here we go. What? Wait a minute. You doing way too much today. It ain't even your birthday.
it ain't even my birthday. Hey.
What time is your flight?
Yeah, they start boarding in about 35 minutes.
Okay, we got time. Okay, those are my feelings on this whole thing. I just really I just at the end of the day, I think that the mother and her daughter they need to go to counseling. I believe that the daughter is picking up on some emotions from the mother. I think that the mother needs
But
to.
but you also have to remember that the mother's reaction is just that, a reaction to the actions of her daughter.
But why is that baby acting like that at 8, Toya? I'm telling y'all,
She's been acting like that for the
really, really
past. She's been
hard
acting like that
time.
for the past 6 years, and the mother is just tired. She's like this miserable little girl.
Okay, but she said that she's never had a bond with this child. I believe that she suffered postpartum depression maybe after she had this baby, and she
The
never.
second one,
The bond toy it does not start at 8. The bond comes out when your baby comes out. There is a bond there. My girls, even though they are completely night and day, I love them girls because that
but
bond
loving
is
somebody doesn't
crazy.
give you a bond.
Oh yeah, but
No,
that bond was established when they were little. I, I have a bond with my girls. Now let me
I'm
tell
trying to
you.
think of the name of that movie. Do you remember that movie with Macaulay Culkin when he was little? The Good Son, I think it was called.
Who?
The Good Son.
Okay, yeah,
Do you remember that movie with
yeah.
Macaulay Culkin? And that woman had to doggone choose between her son and this here other child. And she
Yes,
chose the other child because her son was evil.
yes. Okay. I believe that the bond is established at birth. And okay.
You about to make me tell on myself, Marsha. I just need you to calm down.
Carlos said her mother is pissed off because her daughter isn't living up to her expectations. Carlos, she is 8, not 18. Oh my God. 8. 8. This is like me saying Gianna right now. Gianna gets on my nerves, okay? That very last nerve. I was taking Gianna and dropping off at the daycare, driving off. I pushed her out and drove off.
Shut up. You so silly.
Where somebody called CPS on me talking about I'm pushing kids out the door. But no,
Like you a savage.
But I love Gianna going to daycare and staying all day long. It was a joy to me
I
because
get so much joy out of my child leaving my house.
yes, but at the same time, I would drop her off and I would be sitting here working, feeling guilty some days. And I know it's I have to work, but I just can't understand how we are ignoring that this baby is 8 years old. Why I'm talking like she's grown.
It doesn't matter if a child is 8. There's plenty of little kids. I'm like, I don't know how that parent be around them.
Mm,
Little kids.
mm.
And if I feel like that looking at them, because they bad or whatever the case may be, got an attitude, walking with their nose in the air.
Well, Jill be back on y'all side of the world next week, next month.
G don't give me no problem because we just alike.
And I'm gonna sit,
Look, we the same spirit animal.
y'all are. Okay, Travis. All right. Okay, I'm about to make this better. Okay, I got this. Make this just a little bit bigger. Um, Travis said she needs to ask herself, was there anything different that went on in her life that caused her children to be so different? Thank you, Travis. These are questions that should be asked.
Yes, but I said that. I said that I would have questions. I said I would have questions.
Let me tell you
I'm gonna
something.
need you to listen. I'm gonna need you to read the whole thing because you just
Okay.
be like I can read it. I can't read it.
Okay, let me read all of this.
Yes.
Travis is on the moon. Travis said she needs to ask herself, was there anything different that went on in her life that caused her children to be so different? Different things that happen during your pregnancy can have an impact on a child's behavior during their formative years. That's great. 1 to 8 years old. The good thing about that age group is that the brain is like a sponge. And many times you can shape the way they think. There are some personality traits and behaviors that are just going to be a part of who they are as a person, no matter what. No matter what you do. And that's why I said bipolar, schizophrenia, that stuff, she could have Asperger's and not even know it. Elon Musk is a billionaire. He's extremely smart, but he has Asperger's. There could be so many different things. But she's just walking around here thinking she's a sorry effing person. That's disgusting. They need some help.
Like I said, I have said that from the beginning. But at the same time, there are kids that just say, you just don't want to realize that. You don't want to admit that kids can be miserable. They're miserable as kids and they're going to be miserable adults. You've always just been miserable.
My sister told me this yesterday, and she's like, Marsha, I love my baby. I love her. She says, but sometimes, and when she told me, I said, I'm not judging you at all because I understand. She said, sometimes I'm like, I messed up. And I get it. Because sometimes Victor has said that to me one time. He broke my heart. But I understand where it comes from. I get it.
But do you think your sister appreciates you talking about this right now?
Well, you know what? You sure right.
Just I got your back.
But like I said, I understand what she was saying. Though. I completely get it. Because even I felt like that. I be seeing, I'm up here 40 years old. The majority of my friends, their children are grown. They're grown. And they're empty nesters. And
Yes.
here we are with a 2-year-old.
2. Here we are with a 2-year-old.
Yes,
We
you got that right. Don't you forget it either.
we take turns going on vacation.
I'm telling you. And like I said, and to be really honest with you, though, being real, I probably would have had a nervous breakdown if I hadn't had you and Carlos. I probably would have. I know I would have because I definitely wanted a baby, but when I got it, it was like, what the hell?
Who is this?
What was this? Who signed up for this?
Be careful what you ask for.
Exactly. But
You
thank God,
weren't
look at thank
specific,
God we're a team.
but you weren't specific enough, baby.
I know. I should have said that I need her to be like Denial. Okay, so we have one more conversation. Are we done with this conversation?
I'm done. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I don't have anything else to say about that, other than somebody needs to help that woman, and I'm probably gonna reach out to her and find out if she's in the Dallas area. I don't know where she's at. She's somewhere in Texas. That's all I know.
Yeah. And she is, like I say, I'm just going to encourage her just to get some help. That's what I'm going to encourage her. And if there's somebody in our group, believe me, I'm not judging anybody. I just think that I get it. I understand. We get it. We understand. But
I know because my child gave me the blues, man. The blues. Not blues,
let me tell you, Janani went through this phase where she lied about everything. And one thing about me, I tell anybody, I don't like
don't
a
lie to
liar
me.
and I don't like a thief.
I don't either.
Them two things, a liar and a thief.
I don't like nobody to lie on me.
Exactly.
That burns me up. I don't forget stuff like that.
Well, I'm very on the whole lying things. That's probably like my biggest thing because one thing about me, when it comes to telling the truth, I have Asperger's. It may hurt you. I have it's no emotion. I have some emotion to it, but I'm going to say it. It needs to be said.
Let's talk about the second thing.
Okay. So for those that are watching, I posted 2 topics that we were talking about tonight. The second topic is Biden's Treasury Department. Wait, hold on. My title was "Who's That Peeping in Your Window?"
Nobody now. Hey.
Because my thing is, if somebody's peeping in your window, that means they in your business, they in your personal space. And it says here that Biden's Treasury Department declares IRS will monitor transactions of all U.S. accounts over $600.
$100.
$600. Do you understand what that means? Do we as a people understand what this means? They're all in our business. $600, not 6,000, but 600. That means that they are monitoring everything you do. And let me read this good old article.
But they ain't gonna be monitoring me because I ain't got $600. It also said something about like Cash App and trying to figure out Cash App transactions and all kind of stuff. Like,
yes.
Who is he talking to? Because he can't be talking to me. I'm gonna use that of my Cash App.
It says that this move would allow the federal government to also snoop on crypto and Cash App transactions in violation of the Fourth Amendment. This is Joe Biden's Treasury Department has announced Thursday an invasive new initiative tasking the federal government to audit virtually all financial transactions of Americans with bank accounts holding at least $600. The Treasury Department called General Explanations of the Administration's Fiscal Year 2022 Revenue Proposal outlines how every individual bank account with over $600 will be monitored by the Internal Revenue Service. The proposal would create a comprehensive financial account information reporting regimen. Financial institutions would report data on financial accounts in information return. The annual return will report gross inflows and outflows with a breakdown for physical cash transactions with a foreign account. Let me tell you something. I'm going to get a foreign account. That's what all this says. Who said that? That's not new. They've been doing that for years. Yes, if it was over 900 and over $10,000, you're right. If it was over 10,000, and it was only for transactions over 10,000, it was not.
I just got $600 in my account, and you just looking at it.
Yeah.
What you looking for? What you looking for? What you're looking at?
And that's why that's why I had like 10,000 counts, because when it gets to, I will stop it at $9,000, because at all my counts, they would stop at $9,000, and they all spread apart because they were only looking at accounts that were over $10,000. With this new bill, $600, you would have to keep. Now I'm about to go get 42 accounts and have them all at $5.99. I'm gonna have all my accounts at $5.99.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. That's too much. That's way too much.
Something. You know why they're doing this, right? Let me tell you why
No.
they're doing this.
Tell me, because I don't know.
Because you have all these people with these businesses. So we're moving into a generation of small business. We have more small business owners than we've had in any other decade, okay? With all these small businesses. A lot of small businesses are taking cash and they're not reporting all their money to the Internal Revenue. This is a way to track that. That's all that is.
But if I just got cash on me, then you still can't cash. You can't track it. If all I'm taking is cash, you still can't track it.
Yeah, but okay, if you take the cash, I agree. Let's say that we did a pop-up shop and you got nothing but cash. But this is the other thing. They're trying to move us into a one world currency, a one world where we don't do any cash. And it's all on a card swipe. And that way they can monitor everything. They're trying to alleviate cash. Okay, this Travis said some of that is the IRS requiring people to report payments of that amount and people paying people for work through Cash App, etc., and not reporting it. Yes. But it is not fair, because what if I want to send someone $600 and it's not for work? But the thing is, that's why they're doing this. They're going, that person, let's say that you send somebody $600 just to be sending them. Well, that person, that is considered income coming in. They're going to want to know, why did you get that? Why did you get that $600? What was that for? Was it a loan? Was it what was it for? They can easily audit. That's just ways for them to audit us. The IRS, they need to. A lot of people are not paying taxes. Marsha don't pay taxes. I did pay taxes 2 years ago. I'm not paying taxes, and we're using businesses to alleviate or to take away those taxes and stuff like that. So they have to find a way to make sure that we're reporting what we're supposed to be reporting, and not all that other good stuff. I'm telling you, it's
but they're still not taxing the rich.
Yeah. But they about to get taxed now.
Look, that's why AOC wore that dress to the gala.
But this, I'm telling you, if this is gonna go into effect, and let me tell you, I don't even understand why I don't understand why they would want to put something in place. But I'm praying that all these good old white people they come against this so that all those good black people can join this fight. I guarantee you, white and black people about to get on the same accord now. We all can be rallying together.
Well, you have to find something, some common ground, because this ground right here, this no justice, no peace,
Yeah.
because
Well,
we
I
don't know
guarantee
it.
you, black and white, black, white, Mexican, Asian, um, Pakistani, Indian, everybody finna get on one accord because you talking about $600 and then all those Hispanics up there at Fuel City Tacos, Fuel City
That's not
Tacos.
what we about to do. So,
Tell you, why
and
did I get
not.
mad because they raised some tacos up to $2.08? They used to be $1.89, and they only take cash. And the reason why they only take cash is so that they can fudge their numbers. I get it.
So they can send it back to Mexico.
Yes. Um, but it's not fair because what if I want to send? Okay. Travis said the Met Gala is a tax shelter too. A tax. Okay, is a tax shelter too. I didn't know that.
What do you mean it's a tax shelter?
I don't know. Travis
Because
explained.
they're raising. It's supposed to be a nonprofit event.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They that to go, you're paying for some bull crap, some nonprofit, some it's donations, but it's a minimum donation. You can't just donate whatever. You have to donate a minimum amount.
Oh, okay. It's a tax shelter. Okay, it's a write off. Okay, thank you. You said it's a tax write off. I get it. You know what? It probably is, and that's why they go in these ridiculous outfits that cost millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, but most of those outfits are given to them so they can wear it and promote whatever designer it is.
And then they
That's
give
why the
all this
designers
money.
go with them.
Yeah, but all of it's a tax write off. They fudge
It
the
is.
numbers too. All I know, we in big trouble. If we can't see the writing on the wall, we better see it. We're moving to a one world, one currency world, and they're going to do away with cash, and they're only going to be able to take plastic. And when it's plastic only, they can monitor everything that we do, and that's just the truth. They're going to be all in our business. And $600, and they put it so low. $600 is extremely low. That means that they are in every American's. There's not an American on this earth that they're not in. They're not in their
Right,
business at this point.
right.
They now have access to their account.
But does this give jobs to other people? Because you're gonna need a whole bunch of people to monitor billions of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
If
like,
you
even
buy
little
a table,
kids have children under the age of 18 has over $600.
yes, yes. He said if you buy a table at the gala, you can write it off on tax. Oh God, ain't no telling how much your table costs too.
Right? There's a minimum amount.
And everybody's sitting in the front. Let me tell you, we in a bad place, and
Oh
and
my
that's
God,
just
I done ate too much.
you look here.
I done had three-course meal over here, y'all. Oh Jesus.
That cheesecake pushed you over the edge.
Yes, it did. I was trying to save room for it. Mm.
Yeah, but I would love for, like I say, someone rich may have got her a table just to write it off. You know what? You show right. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just doing a bunch of stuff, writing it all off. Yeah. I do it too, Travis. You should see me. I write off everything.
All that furniture and stuff you took to the Goodwill, Salvation Army.
What you talking about? Let me tell you something. I write off everything. Everything. There is nothing that I do not write. You see the eyelashes on my eye.
Everything.
Everything. I write off everything. There is nothing that I do not write off, Travis. I promise
Her lipstick.
you. I'm telling you
She's promoting it right now.
right now. I'm talking about um if I can write it off, I'm gonna write it off. So
Uh oh. It's almost time for me to start heading toward my gate.
it's good. You got anything else to add to this conversation?
No, I just want to say they need to leave us alone. Let them chillin' alone.
I need for them to put this and it's crazy because it's like we can't vote on this. we can't vote on this.
The only vote you're going to be able to do is to vote Trump back in.
That's nobody. We're not even going there. We're not even gonna do this. But I'm sure vote Biden out.
Yeah, the only way to vote, like I said, to vote Trump back in because he's running and he's gonna win. He's gonna win for the Republicans. I'm just going to put that out there.
Sharita said, I forgot about the live. Hey y'all.
Bye.
Sharita. We're having a really good conversation about the whole. You need to go back and make a comment about this whole the IRS, the bill that's being passed with the $600 transaction thing
And hating my children.
and hating my children. Definitely, I want to definitely hear what you got to say about the whole children thing.
Me too. I sure wish she was on here this whole conversation. Okay. Well,
All right.
you guys.
Well, y'all, it has been great. We will see y'all next Thursday at 7:30 because somebody will not have a personal conflict. And so, I love you.
Your shady ass.
So y'all make sure y'all join us next week at 7:30 our normal time. Sharita said, "Safe flight, honey." We have a really good topic next week, y'all.
Yes.
A
Yes.
really good topic. So y'all make sure y'all tune in next week. Lord, we ask that you cover Toya in the name of Jesus while she
No
goes
matter
on
name
her
of
flight. God, we just thank you, Lord Jesus, that she gets to her destination safe and sound, that
Yes,
she
God.
gets back home in the name of Jesus.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Now,
Amen.
when we get off the phone, I'm gonna pray for you for real because we can pray. But anyway, y'all have a blessed and wonderful night, and we love y'all, and we will see y'all next week. And make sure y'all
Bye.
subscribe to Ethoia and Marsha.
Let's talk about it on YouTube.
Yes, let's talk about it with Ethoia and Marsha. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful night.